I was born in 1972. My family was like a bit unconventional. My parents both worked for Japan Airlines. They were a flight attendant, so they had a lot of international experience, and that was quite uncommon in the 70s. My mom quit work after I was born, and my dad was just working as a flight attendant. He was a judo black belt from Kodokan, and also he was a professional boxer before he started working, so the martial arts was like his passion. I was told maybe around 3 or 4 years old he started teaching me boxing, and I really didn't like it. It was so painful, and my dad was super strict. Also, back in the day, like physical abuse was quite normal stuff. Yeah, yeah, definitely like physically really abused. Like one time my face was just like totally changed by like so much beating. I mean, I don't blame my dad. I just have to take it as an experience and what I can gain from it. So that sort of, it made me longing for belongings. So I think a lot of my activity trying to come from like trying to unite people, bonding and stuff like this. My dad definitely wanted me to train martial arts. My mom's expectation was like, you need to go to the good school, you need to get a good job, you need to get a stable life. That idea never resonated with me. Quickly, I had completely different ideas. First, I wanted to be a musician, then after that, I wanted to be a fighter. Like they're expressing something that I felt as a freedom. Like, playing music, having a tattoo, fighting, like that felt like amazing freedom.
It's interesting that like the things that you picked that you wanted to do are like chaotic.
Right, yeah.
As opposed to
yeah, totally. I was training Kyokushin for like a year or so. Then I got in a street fight, and I fought this judo guy, and I got armbarred from the judo guy. And I'm like, after that, like I need to learn some submission. And I started looking into shoot fighting. Shuto was just starting around that time, maybe when I was 18 or 19. So like I kind of like slowly through like years of experience, I started picking up the different martial arts, but I didn't want to get a job. So I joined the gym, like living in the gym, cleaning the gym. But it was like around maybe 91 or 92. And the training back then was like, really like it's not scientific, and like within a year I was like super injured, and my mom was like, no, you cannot keep doing this, you need to get a real job. So my mom called the recruiting office, and a couple of days later the recruit officer was at my house. But I'm like, okay, I guess yeah, I guess I'm gonna do that. I joined army, went to boot camp, and something clicked. Like, I have such an extreme personality that I kind of like applied for airborne trooper unit, and somehow I got accepted. I respect the military people a lot, like we need them, but I couldn't agree with myself that I was being in that system. Then I was already kind of like getting into tattooing at the time. Me and my senior sergeant, we like find a tattoo shop in Tokyo, went to get like a little tattoo. During those like tattoo experience, I'm like, man, I want to become a tattoo artist, but I don't know how to become one. I met another tattoo artist, and he mentioned that he went to California. He learned from this tattoo artist from Venice Beach. I'm like, this is exactly I can do. I'm just gonna go to America. I'm gonna start learning tattooing.
Easy.
Totally. I'm 21 years old, not thinking. Just move to America. When I started searching for the way out, my senior surgeon was also looking for a way out. And somehow, I don't even know how, but he met these people, the who owns restaurant in America. these people are looking for people who wants to work at the restaurant in America. I'm like, that sounds amazing.
Get me the fuck out.
Yeah, totally. Now I think about it, like, it's quite shady. My 2 years in the army came, and I got some chunk of money, like maybe $5,000 at the time, and I took the money and I got on the flight and I went to Oregon. Perfect plan. Erasme actually means injecting ink to mark the criminals. They got armband and they got tattoo on the foreheads and stuff. Yeah, back in 17 to 1800. From that culture, a lot of the outlaw people had tattoos. They get tattoos to cover their criminal tattoos. That kind of tradition continued into modern world. So people in Japan are very afraid of tattoos. It's becoming more and more accepted, but they still got a quite deep stigma. When I found a tattoo artist in Tokyo, I was getting more Western tattoo from this Japanese master. Then after I moved to America, quickly realized how incredible Japanese tattoo is. Grass is always greener on the other side, and just quickly realized how incredible this craft is. The tattooing that I do is almost like a cheat code. I take my ancestors' classical study, and from there I turn into my own style, keeping the tradition to apply into this modern method. I naturally build a relationship, especially when I'm tattooing their back piece. It takes about 2-3 years to finish. They have to go through so much pain. Those pain involved with so much emotions, so they become so vulnerable. American culture seemed really fresh to me at the time. It was so much more relaxed. They respect individuals' expression. In Japan, they want to put everybody in the box. At the time in the 90s, it was I felt super free. Now I think about it, it's so crazy that I did that. But back then, in the early 20s with natural testosterone, it's no problem. After army, I could do anything. I got to the restaurant, man, they had me work 12, 13 hours a day, 6 days a week, and they pay me for $500 a month. I'm like, okay, I need to go learn tattoo in Venice Beach. I need to get a motorbike, and I'm gonna go down there. And I found one Harley Davidson, so I had a friend of mine drive me into a deep woods in Oregon, and we met up with this huge cowboy. I gave him $5,000, he gave me the Harley, and I rode back to the apartment we were living, hid my motorbike in the garage, and I just kept working. I still remember it was August 1st of 1996. I go to the restaurant in the morning, I get paid $500, and I went back to the apartment on the lunch break. I picked up my motorcycle and I started driving out. From in the middle of Oregon, I hit the coastline and I rode down all the way down the coastline in California towards Venice Beach. It was Ocean Tattoo Venice Beach and LA Tattoo Venice Beach, and I was looking for this guy named Gerard. Gerard was on holiday and he was coming back in 3 days. So I'm like, okay, 3 more days. Trying to, let 3 days go by, and I went back to LA Tattoo Venice and I finally met this guy Gerard. Gerard owned another tattoo shop in Orange County. He wrote the note and he told me, hand this note to the manager at the tattoo shop in Orange County. So I hop on a motorcycle and I show up there and I gave this note from Gerard, and he looked at the note. I don't know what was written in there, and he looked at the note and he looked at me, and it's okay, I guess you start working here now. And people from the tattoo shop, noticing me oh, this guy's not a bad guy. So slowly like start making friends with the people from tattoo shop. Oh, you know what? You can come to my house tonight and crash on my couch. It was like totally like Orange County culture, like skateboarding guys, punk rock guys, like everybody living together. So I started couch surfing in different the tattoo artist's house. Then eventually I started making a little bit of money from tattooing. And a friend of mine like, hey, you can rent a room at my house. And I started renting. So I was like maybe homeless for like 9-10 months.
Was that ever like, oh fuck, like this is a shitty situation, or was it just like,
no, not at all.
I'm lucky I get to do
Yeah,
this thing, and
yeah.
I'll do whatever I can to
Totally. I felt so lucky that I had a roof on my head. I was able to watch tattooing. I was in a tattooing environment. So this is how I'm gonna make my dream come true. I was just thankful that I was like blessed with friends like help me for real to trying to become a tattoo artist. Even like my language wasn't good, my financial situation wasn't good, but like they totally tried to help me. Belonging to community gives us such the sense of security. It's like totally ingrained in like deep in our consciousness. One of the fellow tattoo artists we know, he was training at the Half Crazy. And he was like, you should come train. Yeah, I was like, okay, maybe I should do that. I should just maybe start training martial arts again. I was just kind of trying to find some stability. Then once I start training there, I immerse myself again. Like, wow, this is amazing. Like, it was like my first time actually like really training grappling. I definitely had a really hard time understanding Jiu-Jitsu at the time. Maybe my head wasn't in the right place, I'm not sure. It's really interesting to say because I trained from maybe 2006 to 2009 and I quit for like 16 or 17 years. I didn't train for 16, 17 years and I picked up again at London Grapple for about 3 years ago, 2023. Later on when I picked up, I was already older, so I think it was appropriate martial arts to pick up again. I mean, it's still physical, but I think it's a manageable thing.
Thank you so much, Tom. Really, really appreciate it.
My neck has been like all ICHI GO is one chance and ICHI E is one meet. So for me, the idea is we need to live life at fullest at each moment because we only can experience this once. The older I get, like I'm 53 now, and like I start to feel the amount of life it left. Like let's say, people's life is 80 years old. So like when I turned 40, I realized that like I can live exact same amount as I have already lived, and I felt nothing. So I felt like end of my life is coming like this. So in that case, like I better savor every moment, savored every meetings, savor like this, everything like this. So Jiu-Jitsu too, like every round, with my age, 53, was, this size body, like, I never know when I cannot train anymore. Also with my son, you know, like every day he grows up like so fast. Every day he's a different person in a very good way. With these all combined, like, you know, I have to give everything at each moment.
We haven't known each other for very long, but yeah, I can feel it from you, in the way that you go about things. Pushing love outward is like another part of ICHI GO ICHI E. Like,
Yes.
appreciating the moment, appreciating other people, appreciating the interactions you have. Talk to me about this. Like, talk to me about what love means to you, how it's changed over time. You know, like
Right.
you're a father now,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
have been, it might have been meant something different to you before, you know,
Yeah.
but now it's different. Just talk to me about that.
Right. Yeah. I think what love means is, in general, is the energy that moves us. But from there, I think we can give love to so many different meanings. You know, like for my son, for my art, for my martial arts, for my friends. But it's basically the force that moves us. I feel that that's love. Yes, for sure. Yeah, or maybe we can train a little bit. Yes.
Cool.
Yes, amazing. Thank you, Herb. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yes, I hope it was okay. Yes, okay. Like, yeah, my story is so complex and just like keep going, you know.
So many different elements, right?
Right.
Let's get
Yes. Yeah.
You stay right here.
Okay. Yeah.
We're just gonna look straight down the
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.